crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold. Dance, no man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Newman. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. Let's go, D. Zoom.
And an alley to run. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
At the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, Carolina! In for the score, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you.
To throw again, Newman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? The guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Ready? Right.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on first down. Newman. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Newman. He's going to look deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to us, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Push him back.
Hey, watch that.
Operating from the gun. Newman. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tab.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one. One battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On the ready. The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go, let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down.
54. Mike 54.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Check. Check. Hot. 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 Check. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Off the play fake. Newman. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop the throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, Arthega right side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the double. 57 to Mike. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 57 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander, his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
You got nothing.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. He can't hang.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete here. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
56. Mike's 56.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
You better be afraid. You better be afraid.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards.
First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
You don't want it.
Now a give right side. Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Lucky, look up.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
2nd and 15. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Really in a hole here. 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll set up to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Newman steps away to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check. Fresno.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Taylor. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Just like that. Just like that. Yo, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out. Boom. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. And I'm coming out.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range.
Let's get off the field. Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
2nd and 14. Flushed out right. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. I got you, son. I got you, son. Let it go.
He's back to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. That goes for a gain of 31. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Now a a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. On the ground, it's Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run, Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Check three, check three, check three.
Off the bootleg. Newman. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The extra point up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I'm coming after you.
On 4th down, Newman. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.